Hey guys, let me give you a little bit of a tour of Beta 3B because it's a pretty major overhaul to the game. First of all, the your your line area of control now matters a lot because you can now build on anything that's in your area of control. So if there's a gold mine, well, first of all, I should say the resource system is now different. Your cities, other than a handful of very early basic things like an arcane lab, um, don't generate on their own research or arcane knowledge or even money. Rather, they multiply, they improve on, as improvements, it would imply that this is how they should have been working from the beginning. They improve on what resources you have. So, for example, I have a gold mine here. So the world has a lot more resources hanging around of many, many different types. So I need this gold mine, which I build on, and that then gets magnified by my markets and all that kind of thing in the game. Similarly, if I want to have arcane knowledge, I need to build on lost libraries, which are now scattered much more around the map. And similarly, if I want arcane knowledge, so that's technology knowledge, arcane knowledge, there are ancient temples around the map that do that. So those things are where you get your stuff, and then your cities magnify that. So that's why having what you build in your city now matters. You need to specialize your city because they're associated with whatever's closest to it. So whichever is the closest city. Eventually, we're going to allow you to probably switch where they are magnifying and have a distance penalty, kind of like asteroid fields and glycolizations. But by changing this, it makes the AI and area control much more interesting. Because as we zoom out here, I can see like where the bad guys and the good guys are. Now that there's turf wars because controlling these areas it means something, right? People are fighting to get their influence going. I'm pretty far into this, so there are some really bad monsters starting to come out in this. So that's a big thing about how the economy is changing. What the natural result is that it gets the early game moving a lot faster because that first let me find that first art lost library as an example. See, that's a forgotten temple. Um, that really will get your research going early, and then later on it flattens out a little bit because you can't just build a zillion cities and have crazy amounts of research. The only you still get the study, and that provides you with one, technology resource, which is basically a joke. There's a scenic view. Scenic views provide you with influence points, uh, but that beyond that, your cities aren't actually generating this stuff, so that makes a big difference. I see I have some missing tiles, so I'm gonna have to look into that. Hidden temple. So right now I'm going through and I'm finding all the missing tiles and bugs and stuff in preparation for tomorrow. But it's interesting because as players, since the AI in that can actually make use of this stuff. See, I got some graphic issues here. Um, there's one. This actually provides me. This is or not me. This is the Proserpini's faction with arcane knowledge. So some games, as a result, you may want to go magic. Other games you may want to go military, and other games you may want to go some other route, because of what resources you are able to make best use of. And now there's a reason to expand because getting control of these isn't by cities but by territory. So finding ways to expand your and cities aren't the cranking out a bunch of cities is not the best way to maximize your territory because the higher the quality of the city, the more it goes out. And like I said, we'll have things that'll even go expand it beyond. But it's kind of interesting watching the different sides play out here. Like I said, there's a bug because when you get the Fallen and the Empire factions and the kingdoms, look at that nasty spider there. Yeah, we've done a lot with the monster sizing and stuff, and there's a lot more quests and other stuff. Anyways, we still have a lot of work to do, but you can kind of see the direction we're going to try to make the game a lot more fun and interesting to play.